Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Westby High School. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. We are set here to bring you some JV and varsity volleyball in the Coulee Conference. Joining me tonight, head coach Arena Kwame. And coach, thanks for taking the time out here. We finally get a chance to talk again.
Absolutely. It's been a long time.
You know, it really does seem like it. Let's just reflect back for a moment because that was such a wonderful season and a great year for Westby volleyball, kind of putting the Norsemen on the map.
Yeah, we really were. It was a great season. We made a lot of history for Westby volleyball. Kind of got Westby volleyball back up and as powerful as it is, and it definitely was a fun season to remember.
So when you take a look at what happened last year and how close you came to the state tournament and that build up and that excitement, and now back to reality, it's a new year and a whole new team, really.
Yeah, it really is a brand new team just because we had the sheer number of seniors last year. But that drive is still there for all of the girls coming in that are on the varsity this year. It's fun to see the drive that they have and they want, that we talk about, it's a brand new season. We're not rebuilding anything. We're just building upon what happened last season.
Tell us a little bit about what you see with this team that really excites you.
They're fun. They're fun to be around. They're fun to watch when they're excited and when they're playing well. They're a fun group. Just their excitement on the court for each other is fun to see.
So when you take that excitement and you build that on the court and you get some really neat plays, how do you see that playing out throughout the year?
It really goes to our benefit for how we're playing when we play excited and when we play together. It reflects on the court. We've had our slumps where we're not that team, and it shows, and we know what we have to do better.
Yeah. And we watched. I was able to watch Onalaska Luther, who is your opponent here tonight, and that was a great match with Viroqua up at Luther, and it wound up going 3-2 was the final, with Viroqua coming out on top. What do you know about Luther?
I know that they're scrappy. They always have been. They move the ball around well and they serve well.
Take a look at. I'm going to come back to Westby here once again. If there's something that you really want the kids to work on and be successful on throughout the year, what would that be?
We talk about it every night at practice. We talk about just how to be a good communicator on and off the court, and to really over communicate. On the court, because it just helps everybody know what's going on.
So the top team in the conference, I suppose, West Salem again?
Right now, yeah. West Salem came here in Westby and we lost 3-1. Tight matches against them, so the girls know what we need to do, and we're hopeful and ready to take them on when we go to West Salem.
Yeah. So in other words, don't count the Norsemen out.
Correct. Don't count the Norsemen out yet.
Gotta love that attitude, right?
Yep, and we talk about that at practice all the time, is like you have to start believing that you can succeed and you can play against these tough teams.
Yeah. Arena, congratulations on last year, and good luck for this year, upcoming season. How are the records right now for the varsity overall so far?
Yeah, thank you so much. We are sitting right now at 10-7, so we're in a really great place. We've had 2 tournaments already, and we've faced some really good teams from D2. We faced some really good teams from D3 at those tournaments, and it's really nice when we go to these big tournaments and never face a conference team.
Yeah, that's kind of a plus. You get to build your skills.
Right, absolutely, and it's nice to see those teams that we don't typically see.
Yeah. Well, we wish you the best of luck tonight, and of course the Coulee Conference here in Westby and throughout the year.
Thank you so much.
Head coach Arena Kwame of the Westby Norsemen. We'll be back with the JV coming up here and the varsity to follow in just a few moments. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we're ready to bring you a Coulee Conference matchup featuring the hosts Westby Norsemen and the Onalaska Luther Knights. The Westby JV picking up a 2-1 win, 25-18, 25-18. And then 15-9, Luther picking up the final win in game 3, I guess you could say. Cameron Anderson, by the way, is the libero. She wears number 6 and in the white for the Luther Knights. Meanwhile, Kenzie Snodgrass is your libero for the Norsemen in the black uniform, so they'll just be the opposites. How about that? Westby will get the opportunity to serve first, and that's going to come off the hands of Tricia Klum, and she'll pick up the point here, and it's 1-0 Westby. We're going to pan back a little bit so you can kind of see maybe a little bit more of the path of what's going on here, and then that way I don't have to run the camera quite so much, make you seasick out there. Here's another serve coming up as we say thanks to those sponsors. We're going to show you those sponsors in the upper corner. Kind of a little bit of transparency there, able to see through it. There's Aaron Gluck with a nice hit. Found the open lane and was able to pop that ball through, and it's 2-0. Klum once again with a nice jump serve of hers. Here comes Hagedorn and Luther. This one's going to be a real tough one play there as the ball goes over on the far sideline and out of bounds. Gluck trying to hit it back in. That was a tough angle. She kind of jarred things a little bit there. Well, they find something on the floor. They're able to get that picked up right away. Here's the serve by Anderson. Klum sets the ball up. That's going to be Chose with a big hit. And not able to return it. Westby will pick up the point. Luther had that ball ricochet off an arm. Excuse me. Coming into the ball game now, number 10, and Ava Berg, a sophomore here for the Norsemen. Meanwhile, Gluck drops back to serve. And there's a return, not able to get enough on it. Trying to dive and save it was Zittel. Alexandra Zittel, number 12. There's a beautiful serve by Gluck. That's going to be an ace. Anderson dove down for it and was able to pick it up, but it went ricocheting right off the front of her hand and out of bounds. Well, actually underneath and then out of bounds. Another serve by Gluck. They'll pass the ball back. It's a free hit to the backside where Gluck remains. Moving the ball forward, smash by Chose. Nice dig by Zittel. Then a miss hit off from the arm of Scheibel, and it's 6-1 Norsemen. Well, we watched a pretty good matchup between Luther and Viroqua last week. There's a big hit. That was Hagedorn, or was that Motzke? That was Motzke, by the way, actually number 17 coming up with the smash. Dropping back to serve is Motzke, and that ball's going to sail out of bounds. The kids kind of looked up and went, uh-oh, we might be on air. You might be, yep. Oh, nice play there. Luther keeping the ball alive. Westby, good reaction, coming right back. Here's a shot to the back row. That one just off the right hand of Aaron Gluck. Snodgrass back in, number 22, the libero. Anderson for Luther. Looking to serve now for Luther. This is Krause. She gets the ball over to Gluck. Nice pass forward to Klum. Big time shot there. Potential block, but the ball ricocheting off the arm of number 10 in Maggie Benton. Here's Kaylee Kerner now to serve. That was a pretty good looking serve. There's a ball at the net. Can they save it? No. Berg got up there. The ball returned too close to the net. Berg able to drop it right back down on top of the Knights. Kerner once again, line drive just over the net. Anderson, pass down forward, and Snodgrass, boy, what a play there. And Berg with a play, keeping the ball alive. That's going to be a miss hit off from the short set. That was Krause trying to set it up on that short set for number 10 in Benton, who is very tough with that. Yeah, we saw that work a few times last week in Luther against the Blackhawks of Viroqua. Viroqua picked up the eventual win 3-2 after picking up wins in game 1 and 2. Well, we have a timeout here. We'll do the same as Westby now jumping out in front by 8. It's 11-3 here, your score. Back we come. 11-3 your score. We're in game number 1. An early start tonight. My goodness, this is probably one of the earlier starts that we've seen. It's just a touch after 7 o'clock, but it was senior night, it looked like. Nice play at the net there and a wonderful reaction there by Luther, keeping the play alive. Here comes Berg on a cross-court hit. That's going to be in on the far sideline. My goodness. Ava Berg with a big-time hit there, picking up the point. 12 serving 3 now for Kaylee Kerner. She'll get the ball over to the back side, and that was a good save over there by Schultz. Westby, Gluck with the pass. They'll set the ball up, and that is going to be number 8 in Allie Fortune. She went for that far sideline and nailed it. 13-3 now, Westby, as they're moving right along. Anderson, low hit, and it stayed low from there on out, and it's going to be 14-3 Westby. Kerner on a roll as we get a substitution here coming into the matchup. It's Amanda Yankovic. She is coming in for number 4 in Kayla Schultz. Anderson diving down, picking that one up off from the ground basically, and a great little play there by Hagedorn. Hagedorn, I think, is their number 1 player, but they have some good ones with Motzke in there. And, well, you saw Zittel. She can be a floor general out there also for the Knights. So they've got some good players, and it's all about that teamwork, isn't it? There's a play that ricochets off the arm of Ava Berg over here to the near side. Just underneath us. There's the serve, Snodgrass. Going to be a free hit for the Norsemen from Kerner. Back to the back row here, and there's that short set that we were talking about. That is very, very effective, and the recipient on that one is Horseman, another good player here for the Knights. They will do that for her all night long, and I tell you what, she can be very, very tough with that. Serve coming back over to Snodgrass on the pass. Kerner back set. There's Berg blocked at the net. It's going to drop down on Luther's side. That was Hagedorn who went up for the block. Not able to control it. Stepping onto the court now, Gina Klum to serve here. Berg will take a short rest. Here's the serve. That one went to Anderson, the libero. Here comes Hagedorn, and she's going to miss the line. Oh, that was a close one there. She only missed it by literally a couple of inches at most. Anderson on that return, and Westby not able to kind of protect this near corner, and Luther made him pay for it on a nice hit. Motzke comes back into the game in the front row. Hagedorn drops to the serving line, waiting for the ball as it comes across. Kind of got lost over here in the near side underneath us. Finally able to retrieve it. That play in the serve is going to be out here. Missed that one by about a half a foot. Re-entering the ball game is Emma Chose for Westby. Well, hope you have fun at the Vernon County Fair. That started yesterday, last night, and of course tonight, all the way through Sunday. There's that short set. Oh, I tell you what, trying to come up with that one was Gina Klum. She gets up with her arms raised. Yeah, I tell you what, Gina, that was a tough play. You did a great job of getting on that one. And there was a fault of some sort there, and Westby will get the ball. On the serve, that was Snodgrass. Here comes a hit, far side. Somebody for Westby was in the net. That was number 1 here in Macy Olson. Just caught the net with the shoulder. And it's going to be 8 serving 18. Here's a jump serve. That was Zitto. There's a short set and a nice block and actually return here. There's Gluck getting up in the air with the hit. Somehow Luther able to protect that one, but then Emma Chose comes right back and shuts that one down. It's 19 serving 8. Couple of players coming in for Westby. Tricia Klum enters, and I believe, I got to check here now. I'm not 100% who came in. Was that Kaylee Kerner again? No, it wasn't Kaylee. We'll get you that in just a moment. Number 12 in Hannah Peterson has entered the game. There we are. Hannah over on the far side as Luther picks up the point. It's 9 serving 19. Cameron Anderson to serve now. The libero gets the ball over to her counterpart in Snodgrass. Here's a short set right there, and another hard shot by Chose, picking up the point. It's 20 serving 9. Line drive serve just got over the net. Anderson was there. Zittel sets the ball up, and that's going to go out of bounds off from the hit from Benton. Benton wanted to go to that far corner where the line judge was at, and she just missed. There's the serve. Anderson moving the ball forward. Zittel sets it up. Luther with a soft touch back over to Westby. Westby with the setup here. That's going to be a point here off of well, not a hard shot by Berg, but a shot that had a steady ring to it. Let's put it that way. Aaron Gluck now to serve at 22-9. There's a block at the net. Peterson went up for it, but it really couldn't control it. And Luther is in double digits now at 10, serving 22. Well, we always say this is where you can exchange points. You just don't want to exchange 4 or 5 to 1. That would be enough for the win probably, but you know, you don't want to get too nervous about things, right? That ball dropped in, actually off the arm of Snodgrass. It's 11-22, Westby doubling up so far. Chose with the hit. That was Anderson, back set. That's going to come across court here by Luther. A reset. That is going to be Berg. Berg up for the block, and somebody was in the net for Luther. It's going to be a foot fault, actually. That one might have been number 5 in Scheibel. Back into the game comes Fortune, number 8. Snodgrass slips out for a short break. 23-11 your score here. Westby with the lead. Nice block right there going up and putting that one down was number 8 in Fortune. Yeah, that was a well-timed one, and now it's game point here. Game point, 24-11, trying to finish off game number 1. Westby, Emma Chose. The serve to Anderson. Back set from Zitto. There was Chose. Here comes a big hit and a nice job there holding the serve. There's Gluck on a nice running pop. Westby, free hit basically over. Here comes Hagedorn and she'll get the point. Hagedorn again went for the middle of the court and able to score the point here, and it's 12-24 on your serve. Couple of changes going on here. Hopping out onto the court here to serve is Marley Krause, the sophomore, for Luther. That one goes to Gluck. They'll set the ball up. Look out there. That is going to be in by Fortune on a wonderful set from Klum. That'll be your score here. It's 25-12 in game number 1. We want to say thanks to those sponsors that you're watching, as well as tonight's ball game to bring you the action here from Westby. We'll take a little break and be right back. Back we come to Westby and Onalaska Luther. The Knights will serve here in game number 2. Westby picking up the win 25-14, I believe it was, something like that. My short-term memory is not going to be like it used to be. Maybe I didn't even have that. It's going to be a point here for Westby as Luther pops the ball into the net. Klum with the serve. Look out there, nice shot. That was off from the arm of Scheibel. And now Gluck trying to return the favor. That ball is going to wind up on the floor as Motzke not able to get to it. That kind of came off the hand of Cameron Anderson a little bit weird. and then Motzke tried to save it. Here's Klum again, back to Anderson. Zittel with the set. Zittel on the return now. Oh, there's going to be an illegal hit. That one, a 1-2 punch there by Cameron Anderson. It's 3-0. Klum with the serve to a far sideline. And now it's going to be basically a free hit back to Westby. That, again, coming off from Scheibel. There's Gluck, and it's going to be just a little too much on that one. Oh, she had a great angle, but the ball wound up going off kilter, we'll call it, over in that far corner. Well, that's going to bring up Anderson with the serve. Here's Chose, back row it goes. That was Hagedorn, and that ball is going to be returned out of bounds. It was on the wrong side of the antenna, as well as off the line here by about 2 feet or more. So Westby will serve. Gluck with the honors. Line drive serve. Back it comes on a free touch. Back set up here. And Westby not getting quite the hit that they were hoping for, but boy, I'll tell you what, Hagedorn did. Gluck had no chance of getting to that one. Hagedorn coming up with the smash. Back row to Gluck on the serve. Here comes a little soft touch. Oh, what a save by Cameron Anderson. Now a block at the net, and now Westby will replay it. They'll set the ball up. Here comes Berg, and that's going to be blocked and on the wrong side of the net for Luther. Dropped down at the feet of Zittel, and Westby will get the point. It's 5-2 as coming back in, it's going to be number 4 in Kayla Schultz. She comes in for Motzke. Meanwhile, Chose will look to serve. Tricia Klum has a quick question for our official here tonight. They wave it off. Everything must be okay. Here's Westby. Oh, a nice setup here. And this one, though, is hit out of bounds, trying to hit this near corner by Allie Fortune. Pretty good shot, but missed the angle, I guess you could say. Entering the game, this should be Krause, it is. Krause with the high serve to Gluck in the back row. There's Klum setting the ball up. Fortune with the hit to the back row. Back it comes here on the return, Westby. And that ball's going to drop down. It hit off the top of the net by Peterson. And then that extra little hop. Luther not able to reach it. Here is Kerner now to serve. Over to Anderson. Zittel sets the ball up. Hagedorn with the big hit, and it's out of bounds. Couldn't quite get on top of that one, and the ball went sailing out by, well, probably 8 to 10 feet. That's how hard she hit it. That was a pretty good shot. That ball hit into the net by Benton, and Westby finds himself out in front by 5. It's 8-3. Kerner on the serve, back row. Here comes Zittel with the free hit all the way back to Snodgrass. Now that was Kerner with a nice running save. Westby gets the ball over, looking to play another down, so to speak. And boy, they got it. Nice job by Luther. And they'll pick up the point. Well, you tell you what, let's just call a spade a spade. They did a nice job of getting to that one, and they will get the point. Got to give them some credit there. Here's the serve. That one just off the front of the net and bounced away from everybody. Galodi not able to get the ball over. Substitution, Benton is going to come back into the ball game now. And then she'll come out, and Anderson will re-enter the libero. Get that rotation figured out. That ball goes into the net off from the serve from Gina Klum. You don't see that very often from either of those Klum girls. They have a nice serve. Speaking of a nice serve, here's Hagedorn, and we know she has one. Line drive, back row it goes. That was to Klum. Gluck with the free hit back to the Knights. Knights on the attack, and that's going to be a high and wide ball hit out of bounds. Westby at 10-5, doubling up here once again. See what they can do on the serve. That one kicked off to the right, or make that, to the left here of Krause into the Knight bench. 11-5 your serve. Snodgrass again with that good swing. There's that short set, and Snodgrass was there. Good work by her. There's a block. That was going to drop down. Well, I tell you what, they didn't get the point on that short set, but you got to give some credit there to Horseman as she came up with a big-time block and picked up the point on the put down. Zittel with the serve. That's the back row. Klum and Snodgrass looking for that one. Zittel, oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a whistle. Could see the ball do a couple little different turns on that one. Cross court hit, that is in. What a beautiful shot there. That one cross court by Gluck. Boy, that was a tough looking angle, and she nailed that one right on the line. Westby will serve, and stepping onto the court, back onto the court now, is Tricia Klum. Tricia with the serve. That was to Hagedorn. Now Zittel. That shot back to Snodgrass, who digs that one out on a good bump. Free hit from Chose to the back row. Hagedorn with the save. And now coming down on top of that one with a good swing was Scheibel. She'll pick up the point. That one kind of kicked around off from a couple of Norsemen before it fell on the ground. Anderson with the serve. Back row Gluck. They'll set up. Look out, there's Chose. And the ball is, well, I thought that might have been 4 hits, but they said Westby must have touched it once in there. So a free hit back from Klum to Luther. Back set it goes here to the back row. And, oh, they caught Westby just a touch off guard, and Hagedorn will get the point. Anderson will continue to serve here. Anderson on the serve, down low, good save. That was Klum. Tip play over the net from Peterson. Westby dropping back on defense again now. Trying to come up with an offensive shot. There was one, but Hagedorn with a big-time save. Klum, tip play at the net once again. Got to get the ball over. That was on the wrong side of the net. On the antenna side, between the referee and the antenna there, Ava Berg comes back onto the floor, and Gina Klum will step out for a moment. Gluck will serve over to Anderson. Anderson on a nice pass. Here comes Benton. Got to get the ball over now on this one, and they're able to do so to the back row. Anderson with a nice save. Motzke with the touch. Back over to Westby. Gluck on the pass. Klum looks to set the ball up. There's Berg and a block in there by Scheibel. Cross-court hit. That's going to be good. Peterson and Klum over on that far side collaborating on that play, and it's going to be a nice touch for Westby, and they lead 14-8. We're in game number 2. Westby picking up the win in game 1. Here's Zittel, And boy, right place, right time, popped the ball over that far corner. I believe that was Berg. And we're going to get a quick substitution here as Maddie Glody will come back into the game. Meanwhile, Gluck will serve. Line drive over here to the near side. They'll set the ball up in the center of the court. Oh, big time play there on the block. But Westby, oh, that one was a miss hit by Berg. Westby not able to control the tempo on that one, and give credit to the Luther Knights getting the point. 9 serving 15 now. Here's Klum setting the ball up. That's Berg down on the floor. Not quite. Now it's underneath. Zito not able to get to it. Coming back is going to be Schultz for Luther. Meanwhile, Chos will drop back to serve. Fortune in the front row with Berg. And Peterson as well for Westby. That ball, boy, that one kicked off the back hand of Chos. Emma will come out and Snodgrass will come in. Krause will step onto the court once again to serve here for Luther. There's a hard shot. Give some credit to Schultz stepping in there, hanging on to that one, able to get it back over on the pass. There's your short set for Westby, and that's a big-time winner. Well, I tell you what, that is one of the best plays I think you could have when it comes to getting the point, so to speak. Hagedorn gets the ball over. Here comes Chos. That's going to fall to the floor. Check that. That was not Chos. That was number 18 in there, and Emily Jackson now on the floor. That was a nice job by her. That ball goes out of bounds on the return. Westby will serve. And Westby will get the point. And the timeout here by Luther, as it is 20 serving 10 when we come back. Well, Westby holding on to a 10-point advantage here over the Luther Knights in game number 2, and Hagedorn says, I'm going to try and make a little bit of difference on that play and not have that happen anymore. And she picks up the point. Meanwhile, Glody will drop back and look to serve at 11, serving 20. High serve to Snodgrass. She's able to move the ball forward to Kerner. Kerner with the back set, and Ava Berg says, thank you for that one. She'll get the point. Anderson for Luther comes back on. And Gina Klum will return to serve here for the Norsemen. Gets the ball over here to the back row. That was Krause. Here comes a play. Nice block at the net. And return. Nobody there in the back row. And great vision for number 5 in Gretchen Gettleman. Klum will serve. That was to Anderson. Her return away from Zito. And it slipped under the net. Zito could not reach it. Substitution coming up for Luther. It's Jankovic. Zitto with a nice set. There's a great shot right there by Hagedorn. She took something off that one, and a nice little change of pace, picking up the point. 12 serving 23. Westby in control here of game number 2, but you never know. Ball over to the far side there, and that was Klum with the save. Oh, a nice block right there. Putting the ball down was Horseman. Horseman, a junior. Luther with kind of a young team. They've got a lot of juniors here. They're going to be tough again next year. That ball getting away from Snodgrass, but over there was Klum to save it. Now popping it over was Gluck. Short set once again. Nice play, Klum. Kerner on the set. That's going to be a hit, but Westby not able to get the point. And a good try there by Klum. Putting that one down again. I think that was that Scheibo again or Horseman? Horseman, I believe, over there. Tell you what, she's got those long arms, able to make some things happen. Good direction with the change of the ball. Speaking of change of the ball, that's what happened there with Allie Fortune. She changed the direction right away, picking up the point, and it's now 24 serving 14. Westby at game point here, and Snodgrass with the chance. Over to Anderson. Zittel sets the ball up. Monsky with the hit, and that one comes off the hand of Chose, and I think it was Jackson over there. Take a look here, or was that Gettleman? That was Gettleman over there getting up in the air. Here's Zittel on the serve. Gluck. And a little miscommunication there. Gettleman couldn't quite reach it. Chose couldn't go after it again because she'd already touched it. 16 serving 24. You cannot afford a mistake if you're a Luther Knight, and there it is. Game point, 25-16. Westby picks up the win here in game number 2. Westby with a 2-0 lead here over Luther. We'll take another break and come back, and game number 3 right around the corner. Westby will serve first here in game number 3. They're out in front 2 games to none, and they're going to get things started with a point off from Tricia Klum once again. Klum with a pretty good serve, and the ball was returning back towards the net, and all of a sudden it went the wrong direction here. I'm not sure what happened. There's going to be a play at the net, and that is going to be down on the floor. Emma Chose putting that one down as the return by Luther was a little too close to the net. And she was able to capitalize. 2-0 your score. Allen going down to Horseman, number 15. Chose blocked at the net by Horseman, but down the sideline it goes out of bounds. 3-0 your score. Klum will continue. Pick up things and try and finish this in 3 is what the Norsemen would like to do. Meanwhile, there's a nice block. That was number 5 in Scheibel. Meanwhile, Luther, well, they want to keep playing. They've got to get the win here and send this match to a game 4 and maybe beyond. You never know. Chose, back row hit. Nice save back there. Who was that? There's another play. That was Motzke back there. Boy, I tell you what, she's all over the place. Play at the net once again. That was Gluck with looked like a left-handed hit. Good save, Klum. Klum to Klum. Here comes Gluck. That one's going to go in the net. Well, I tell you what, that was a nice try. They moved the ball around pretty well, but unfortunately, the ball may be a little too far away from the net for Aaron Gluck, and it went on the upper side, and now Luther will hand the ball right back to him with the errant serve as it goes out of bounds, and Gluck will snag it with a 4-2 lead. She'll wait for the whistle. Fortune is that Fortune or Berg back into the game here now. Ava Berg, number 10. And Cameron Anderson not able to control that hard serve from Aaron Gluck. And that'll be a point. 5 serving 2. Back down here to Anderson. Scheibel with the hit. Nice job. Oh, what a save over here by Klum. She landed pretty hard on the floor, bounced right back up. I don't know how she's able to do that. Maybe because they're, 16, 17, 18 years old. Other people might just land and not move. Krause with the serve. Big time serve, and Gluck with a terrific save down low, nearly letting it touch the floor. Here's a block at the net. That was Peterson. They'll try again. Snodgrass with the play. Back over to the Norseman side. It will not get over the net. Berg with the save, and Chose tried to just tip the ball over, and it caught that white band on the netting and stayed on the Norseman side. Krause will serve again here at 4 serving 5. Westby, 1 point lead is off. And there'll be a point now to make it 2 at 6-4. And Emma Chose will serve. Chose on the serve, nice and low here. Can they save it? Zittel does, and it's not going to get over the net. Horseman tried to pop it over on a big-time swing, and it caught the top of the net and fell to the floor. Chose 7-4 the serve. Back row Krause, play at the net. That was Peterson just getting the ball over. Here comes Zittel, or was that Hagedorn? That was Hagedorn actually. Now to Anderson, back over here with Luther. Hagedorn, miss-hit, and it got over the net. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you hit it. Able to get the point. Side out, and serving now is Cameron Anderson. It's 5 serving 7. To Snodgrass. Klum sets the ball up. The ball's tipped at the net. Luther with the play. Nice job by Tricia Klum. Here comes Bird cross court. Oh, what a stroke on that one. She puts it down right near the 10-foot line. That 10-foot line is your back row line. Your back row people cannot cross that line and go up in the air and try and spike the ball. They can spike from the back behind that line, but not in front of it when they are in the back. That ball hit into the net by Luther, and Westby with Kaylee Kerner out in front 9-5. Benton with the play. Snodgrass, little pass. Here comes Bird. That one not going to get over. And it's going to be 6 serving 9. Out of the ball game is Zittel, and returning is Motsky for the time being. That ball on the floor. Off the hand of Snodgrass. Let's see if Hagedorn goes back to Kenzie again. She tried, and it hit the net. Well, Westby will catch the break and have a 10-7 lead here as Gina Klum enters to serve. Now the official talking with Hagedorn, the captain. Just going to mention something that official saw, and he's talking to Hagedorn, and Hagedorn relays the message to the rest of the teammates. It might have been something where they were potentially causing, I want to say like the field of vision, where the receiving team would not be able to see a serve coming. And so that's what they're trying to explain to the head coach here in Dan Larson. Well, hopefully they'll get that one squared up there. He's having a tough time buying it, but now he shakes his head okay. And I believe we're ready to go. There's the whistle. Klum. See if that long wait threw her off. Didn't look like it. Got to get a free hit back over, and Snodgrass does just that. Here's Zittel on the set. Motsky with the shot. Snodgrass was there. Here comes Gluck. That play, boy, they got to get that one over here now, and it's going to be an illegal hit regardless. Even if she did get it over, she was guiding it. That was Benton with a nice try. 11 serving 7. Westby picks up the win here in game 3. This match will be done. There's a nice block right back to Westby though. Long, safe return. They are able to do that. Zittel, mistimed on that one. Westby might have caught a break. They could not capitalize on the point though. Snodgrass setting the ball up. There's Gluck. I tell you what, Aaron Gluck had a firepower on that one. That one coming off the arm, I think, of Hagedorn. Coming into the game is Glody up in the front row here as Klum will continue to serve. She'll go to that far sideline with Hagedorn. Back row set, that's what we're talking about, and that's how that'll work. The back row set for Hagedorn, and she drilled it, picking up the point. Into the ball game is Emily Jackson, by the way, for Westby. Here comes the serve by Zittel. Back row Snodgrass. A little collision there with Kerner and Klum. Klum, I think, maybe didn't say anything. She had the best angle for it. Kerner came across to try and get to it. That was just hustle on her part. Can't fault that. Zittel with the serve. Snodgrass on the pass. Here's a shot, and that's going to ricochet off from Hagedorn. I tell you what, that was Allie Fortune with the big time hit. It's 13 serving 9 for Snodgrass. Gets the ball over to Anderson. Reset the ball here to Cho. She'll come up the air, blocked at the net once again. Off the net. Can they get it over? Yes, they can. Good job by Westby using all the 3 hits. On the shot, Monsky goes into the net, no good. Norsemen up 14-9 now here in game 3. Trying to extend that lead a little bit more. Luther has done a nice job of keeping this game very close. Well, I tell you what, Gluck got up in the air on that one and all of a sudden realized that she had to hit it. Thought it was going to go out of bounds at first and it failed to do so. 10-14 your score. Too close to the net. Kerner with trying to do a running set. That's a tough one. Glody with the serve. Here comes Westby, and Gluck blocked at the net. Back it comes. Another try here for the Norsemen. Jackson with the shot. This one's going to be close to the net. It's out of bounds. Westby will get the point. The return just went awry here for Luther. 15-11 your score. Here comes Klum. That one to Anderson. Kind of went the wrong direction, but able to save it. A free touch back to Westby from Luther. That's going to be Chose to the back row. Hagedorn was there. The return a little bit short of the net, and Westby will pick up the point here. Those are always tough when you're the receiving team. You want to go after it. You know it's going to come off the net. You try and decide which way to play it. There's a block at the net. Chose was there along with Peterson. Now Chose with the hit. That one, was that touched or not? It was not touched, and Westby will give the serve up on that one. That'll make it 12 serving 16, so staying close here. As we mentioned, Luther. That one will just get over the net. That's one of those where it hits the top of the net. Jenna Harrington now in. One of a couple, three seniors they have on the team. Has served to Gluck. Klum. Back row touch by Gina. Gina Klum. And she gets a little rock in action going there for the point. And Gluck will step back to serve. Well, you don't see Gina Klum getting too many points because she likes to set things up, but she got one there. Here's Gluck with a wonderful serve, and oh, speaking of a wonderful serve, that return was even better. That was Schultz on the return, a diving return, and it found no man's land in Norseman defense. How about that? 14-17 your score. There's Gluck. Klum sets the ball up high to Berg. Yep, that's going to be a point. Boy, you get that kind of a set, you know there's going to be trouble. 18-14 the score now, and Chose will look to serve as Allie Fortune returns to the game. She gets the ball over. Zittel sets the ball up to Hagedorn, and a block by Peterson, but it kicks off here to the near side, and Luther will have the point and serve returning. Cameron Anderson with the honors. She'll walk into that serve to Snodgrass. on a nice bump pass. Here comes Berg up high. Anderson, she does a nice job of saving that into the area for a free pass back to Westby. Westby trying to pick up the point, but nothing there. And now the ball drops down as it got a little too close to the net. And Westby will capitalize. Back into the game here comes Emily Jackson, a junior. She comes in for Peterson, and Kerner comes in here to serve. Zittel sets the ball up. Hagedorn, far side, that's going to be out. Snodgrass watching it go by. She had it gauged just right. And the timeout here for Luther, as it's going to be 20 serving 15 when we return. Well, let's take a look here as officials letting everybody know that Westby has not used a timeout yet. Luther has one left. You get 2 per game. That ball just tipped over the net. Boy, good reaction there by both teams. And there's a shot by Fortune, picking up the point. Allie Fortune got up in the air and slapped that one down. Tell you what, Westby's got some athletes here. We heard Coach Kwame tell us about that. That ball hit into the net by Hagedorn. She's a little more upset at herself that she missed an opportunity there for a point. Trying to get the kill and came up short. Kerner, line drive. They're going to return that one right back to Gluck on a free hit. Back set, cross court hit, no, too much. Jackson with the right idea, but that ball just took off on her. So Luther will serve. 16-22 your score. Hagedorn with the serve to Gluck. Now Kerner back set. There's the ball down as Ava Berg picks that point up. Gina Klum going to come back in now to serve. Berg will step out for a moment. Klum with the serve to Anderson. Anderson on the pass to Zittel. Zittel sets the ball up. Hagedorn with a free hit back over. Touched by Westby. And Gluck redirecting that ball, and it's a point for the Norsemen, and it's game point now, 24-16. Klum can end it here. On the serve, kind of a knuckler. They got to get the ball over. Zittel does that to Snodgrass. Setting the ball up. There is the point, there's the game, there's the match. That one coming off the swing of Allie Fortune, picking up the point and the win. 25-16. Westby Norsemen sweeping the Onalaska Luther Knights here in 3 straight. Well, we certainly hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Norsemen volleyball as they pick up the win, 3-0. Final victory, 25-16 over Onalaska Luther. We'll be up at GET tomorrow following the Viroqua Blackhawks in their football game. Meanwhile, Westby will travel to Arcadia. We will not have anyone there to do a tape-delayed broadcast for that game. We apologize for that, but I'm sure you can watch on the Arcadia huddle through their system. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. We'll see you tomorrow night out on the gridiron from GET. So long, everyone.